Welcome back to my 5 favorite people. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. So today we have a lot of things to go over. This video is going to be pretty long, so if you guys are ready, go ahead and stay tuned. Grab you some coffee. You guys see I got me some coffee right here. But we're going to do a lot of different things. It is a new week. Today is September 29th. It's a Monday, so we have a lot of portfolio updates, a little bit of some rebalancing. We're going to go over some positions, what was bought over the weekend, because you guys know in the after hours things don't get filled. So I had a couple different buys come through, and then we're also going to update the spreadsheet because I actually don't know what my monthly dividends are going to look like. I have no clue. It was sitting at about 1,200. It's probably going to be upwards in the 2,000s, but I'm excited to see what we could be projected to be getting here soon. So if you guys like content like this, I'm not even going to give you guys the same intro. I usually tell you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. This time I'm going to tell you guys, drop some more comments because I've been enjoying your comments you guys been leaving. You guys been leaving some pretty funny comments. So every time that I open up the app, I actually get a crack out of you guys' comments. But without further more talking, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Make sure you guys do hit that like and subscribe button though. Like it's in your wheelhouse. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So here's the portfolio. Today, it's good to see that we finally are in the green. But it also is good to see that we are a quarter of a way there to $100,000. I was actually reading one of you guys' comments, and you said, I forgot who said, I need to go back and look. They said, once you hit $100,000 in your account, you should go sell the car, sell your $2,000 a month apartment, and then move to Thailand. I thought that was funny. That would open up a lot of cash flow, because I mean, that's what, 12 times 2, that's $24,000 that I would get back in income. The car's probably be about $25,000. That's $50,000 right there that I would actually get back into my account. So I mean, it's not a bad idea. And I actually want to visit Thailand. I haven't done much research over Thailand, but I definitely want to visit it. Okay, so let's jump into the portfolio. So currently, for the day, we are up 0.57. See where SPYI is looking. See how we're comparing. 0.5% for us. SPYI is sitting at, okay, sweet. We're outperforming SPYI. Love to see that. That is always great to see. Let's go ahead and go through some of the actual portfolios really quick. But before that, let me show you guys the margin balance, because we do have a margin balance right now. If you guys don't know, I added a lot of money into the account. I paid the margin balance off, but now we are sitting at a margin balance of $9,414. You guys can see your portfolio is $2,358, 49%, right at 50% above your maintenance, meaning I have $12,000 in buffer room, so that if $12,000 were, if it were to go down $12,000, I would get a margin call. But like I always tell you guys, a margin call isn't so bad, because that means the market itself is going down, and that means I can have a nice little buying opportunity, or I could just simply sell some shares. But I actually do not think we're going to be going in nowhere near a margin call, due to the fact that Q4 is looking pretty well. I mean, you guys know in here a couple weeks we'll have our Fed meeting, so we'll see what that's looking like. But let's go ahead and jump into some of these shares. So first one's going to be YMAX, and as I'm doing these, I want to go ahead and actually update the spreadsheet. I have it pulled up on the side over here, so we'll go ahead and update it. YMAX market value is $2,070. Total return is less than a percentage, $17 right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Oh, sorry, you guys. I want this over here. Sweet. And then, how do I make it? Okay, sweet. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and update this. So YMAX, as we can see, I'm currently holding 161 shares. So I picked up 1 share because of the drip. So I'm going to just make it 3-1. Current price of ULTY $8.84. Sweet. Average price paid $12.73. That didn't change. So currently, right now, monthly, I'm making $73.79 if ULTY were to stay the same, a 46% ROI. You can see my ROI, I'm going to turn right now. Days until money printing is going to take about 27 more months. Now, my ultimate share goal is to get 20,000 or 2,000 shares of ULTY. I need 1,800 more. Funds needed are going to be $23,000, and that was going to give me a little less than $1,000 in dividends per month of holding ULTY. Next we're gonna go, YMAX. Next we're gonna hop into ULTY, and let's see what ULTY is looking like. I did do a pretty nice, decent buy into ULTY. If you guys were in the previous video, I did a pretty good buy on this one, so I picked up a lot of shares. Right now, these are all our weekly paying, so ULTY sitting at $5.47, so that's good. That is correct. My average cost went down. It was sitting at $5 right here. You guys can see $5.57. Actually got a buy and brought it down to $5.55. So we love to see that average cost basis going down. So $5.55. And now we also have, instead of $28.54, we now have 3,397.9 shares. And let's see, that's going to update. We were sitting at 1,055. That changes us to $1,257 per month that we will be making off of ULTY. You guys can see the market value is 18,568, 18,500, and same thing, 58.86. It's same thing, you know. We're looking pretty good. Dividends today is correct. I have now made $529.71 to date. ROI, I love this actual calculator because it shows me my exact ROI I've made even after the dividends have been actually priced in. So right now I'm up about 1.37%. As you guys can see, I'm down 1.59%, but overall with the dividends, I'm actually up. This month I'm projected to make about $1,200, which I think is a great amount. These two combined right here is already $3,000. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, we actually entered into the, I haven't even added all my actual income ETFs, but we actually entered the $2,000 a month range, which is glad to see. Little round of applause. Just two funds have been updated so far, but we entered into the $2,000 a month. Let's see what's next. Month until money printing. We got about a year and about 3 months or so. My share goal, I actually changed this. If you guys have been in since the very beginning, I was telling you guys that my share goal actually was 7,500. I've actually changed this now to 5,000 shares. That'll give me, I need to get now about 1,600 shares, which I think I can do within the next 2 months. I can actually go ahead and get my share goal of ULTY, which is going to need a total of 8,700. But my predicted dividend, what I will make per month, will be $1,800 a month in dividends. That's great. I mean, I think that's perfect, you know. Perfect amount for me. SPYI didn't change at all. I mean, I had a little dividend that came in, so I'm not really going to. I'll update it. I mean, we're on the live stream. I mean, we're on the video right now. I'll go ahead and update it. But I don't think I didn't buy anything for SPY. I did buy QQQI though, so I'll show you guys what I actually bought in. This is QQQI, and SPYI is my actual monthly paying dividend. So you guys can see, I mean, it changed 0.195. That's all. Current price that I paid $15.77. Average price $51.77. Yeah, so that didn't change a single bit. That's all right. So next we're gonna hop into QQQI. Now I did actually buy some QQQI. I don't know if this is priced in. It says 13.8, so I don't know if I already priced this one in. I think I may have 13.80. Yeah, I've already priced this one in, so I'm not gonna change this one. Next we do have YBTC. Now I'm actually glad one of you guys actually brought it up. This was in my comment section. One of you guys brought it up. You were asking me, why did I buy BTCI? And, you know, I was just like, well, I'm trying to get some exposure to, you know, to Bitcoins and to Bitcoin in the option strategy. And I was just like, I looked it up and I was just like, wait, that's a monthly paying fund. I was like, there's nothing wrong with a monthly paying fund. I have QQQI and I have SPYI, but I want the weekly paying funds because I want the extra snowball effect. I want the 52 weeks a month. Oh my goodness, 52 weeks in a year compounding effect compared to the 12 times a year compounding effect. So I actually switched over to YBTC. That's also goes to show that I don't want you guys to know that, you know, don't marry your actual bags. Like, for example, I know I made a joke a while ago talking about ULTY and saying, like, the thumbnail was saying, oh, I'm selling my ULTY shares. You know, I love ULTY. Right now, I'm not going to sell it, and I probably won't sell it even if we're to drop down to a 40% yield. And, you know, that's still a great yield. But all I'm saying is don't marry a fund. Like, for example, looking at Misty. I don't know if you guys have seen Misty. Let's take a look at that one. That one has been taking a beating. And, like, it's from YMAX, and I know people have been loving Misty, but it's just like at some point you gotta just, you know, you gotta accept defeat. So, I mean, if we look at the 1 month chart, look at this actual drop right here. Yes, it is having a little pullback run, but look at this. Just one day that dropped like that. If we were to go to the year to date, I mean, I know you can say the same thing for ULTY and stuff, but what I'm saying is that a lot of times what happens is whenever these funds are dropped, they have a super high NAV, and over time they just get beat up, and then they just drop because they have so much hype, anticipation, people buying in, and then the NAV just kind of just drops. The fund has to stabilize. Usually what happens is there's like the hype and interest for like the first 12 weeks or so. I'll say like the first like 3 or 4 months. And after that, it kind of stabilizes out. So I'm not saying MISI itself is a bad fund. I'm just saying that don't marry the fund, because if you were to buy in all the way up here, July 16th at $22, look at that. You've just been constantly going down. You can say the same thing for ULTY, but ULTY has kind of stabilized its NAV a little bit better than this. I mean, if I were to pull up the chart for ULTY, and just remember what this chart looks like for the year to date. If we were to pull this one up and go to the year to date, you'll see ULTY did have that big drop, especially all the way up until April whenever they were paying out the monthly dividend funds. Yeah, this right here was insane. I will say this was pretty bad. But you guys can see the NAV is kind of stabilized out. I mean, it's stabilized for at least like 3 or 4 months. It had a little drop right here, but then again, the drop isn't like MISI where it goes all the way from here all the way down here. Like, it still stabilizes out around that $5 range. So that's just something to keep in mind. I just want my main concept of saying that is don't marry your bags. I saw someone else left a comment saying, you know, I'm getting out of ULTY because I don't, my total return is not showing. I'm just like, if you actually hold it for a good amount of time, you're reinvesting your dividends that you're receiving, and on top of that, if you're constantly buying, you know, lowering your average cost, you're DCAing back into your fund, you'll do fine. Like, it's just manage it. You don't have to look at it every single day. Just manage it. You know, nothing too crazy. Okay, sorry, I got off topic. So YBTC, this was 25 shares. I think I went and picked up 55 shares, so we'll change this. 44.38. So we'll change this one right here to 44.38, and then we're going to change the average cost to 44.22. So that actually changed. So my current monthly dividend right now for holding $2,400 of YBTC is about $87 a month. So nothing too crazy, not too bad. That is a weekly paying fund. Next, let's hop into something that's been a pretty all-time favorite in the income dividend world. It's been WPAY. A lot of people have been talking about WPAY. And if you guys don't know, this is like multiple funds inside of one. But what I love is that you guys don't have that capped exposure. You guys have the 1.2 times leverage or 120% leverage with the funds. It's covering funds like Netflix, Google. I really can't even remember all the ones off the top of my head. I got to pull it up. We can pull it up after I update the spreadsheet. But it's covering funds like that. But the difference is, instead of actually investing, so there's like layers to it. So imagine like there's Amazon that's in the Round Hill Fund itself. There's Amazon, that's the underlying asset. And then you have the Amazon income paying ETF, which tracks the actual Amazon fund. And what I like about it is you don't have that capped upside. You guys know, like in the regular ETF, so for example, let's say NVIDIA went absolutely crazy and you're holding an NVIDIA actual ETF, you're not going to get that huge upside. You're only going to get a certain amount from the premiums that were made. But the thing is that with the Round Hill funds, you guys can see with the weekly pay, they call them the weekly pay universe funds. You guys aren't going to have that capped exposure. So as NVIDIA is running, also so is your actual NVIDIA income ETF. Now WPAY is a full-on complexion of all, I think it's 12 of them. I could be wrong. There's probably more. It's all of them in one. So it's the Amazon, the NVIDIA, whatever it is, Netflix. Imagine that all inside of one. They call it like a universe. So that's what that is. I made a video explaining it a lot better because right now I cannot talk. So we did already update this one right here. So 55.2. We'll go ahead and change that. Average cost $53.84. Average cost paid $53.84. This is now bringing in $116 per month. And now for the best one that you guys, I've been saving the best one for last, that you guys have been loving, is the TSYY. So I did buy some more TSYY, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm actually excited to see what these dividends come out to be, because you already can see right now, holding 620 shares, we're making $543 a month from holding TSYY. So average cost paid is going to be $8.48. I actually brought that average cost paid down, so $8.47. Current price is $8.43. That is correct. And now we are holding 920 shares. So 920, let's see what it updates to. Look at that. $806 per month is being made from TSYY. And that brings our actual total portfolio income to a total of $2,350 per month. If we were to multiply it times 2, let's see exactly how much we would make per year. 2350.59 times 12. We are looking almost at a $30,000 a year business. Yes, I said it right, business. I do look at my actual income ETF portfolio as a business. I put time into this thing every single day because I'm making YouTube videos. I'm updating the spreadsheet. You know, I look at this as a business. It's a passive income business. I'm putting my money into something. My money is literally working for me. I don't have to do much. I'm sleeping. I'm making money. Absolutely loving it. Also forgot to tell you guys, these are the share goals. So right now, my TSYY share goal is going to be 5,000 shares. That's my goal that I want right now. Shares needed, as you guys can see, is 4,000. Funds needed is going to be 34,000 with a predicted dividend yield or predicted dividend per month of 4,385. This one right here is WPAY. I had a share goal of 500. Shares needed 444. I need $23,000 to get to that goal, and it will give me a dividend payment of $1,000 a month. This one right here is, I think, YBTC. Share goal of 250. I'll need $8,000 more, give me a little bit less than $4,000 a month. This right here is QQQI. Share goal 500, 317. But then in total, I also do want to pull my SPYI position up. Oh, sorry, SPYI is over here. But in total, this would give me my $100,000, $136,000 portfolio, and that would pay out $9,000 in dividends per month, which looks absolutely amazing. I did the math down here, and this is exactly what I would make per year if I was sitting at this exact portfolio value, holding these exact share goals right here. So that is the overall goal as of right now. Now, my goal for the 2025 end of the year, December 31st, is $100,000. Now, maybe within the first 2 months or so, I get to the $136,000, so I can cross over to that $10,000 a month in dividends. Next year, you know, that's a whole different goal. I haven't even set that goal. We'll probably look maybe like 250, 300,000, maybe looking at about $20,000 a month in dividends. We'll see, because we're going to also have to rebalance portfolio, because I'm sure some funds, NAV is going to be absolutely crazy low. Some of them is going to be crazy high. There's going to be new funds, because there's new funds made every single week. There's going to be new crypto funds, everything. But so that is so far what we're looking like. Dividends been looking pretty well. If you guys didn't see my other video, let me go and pull this back over on the screen. If you guys didn't see my other video, I made a update about all the dividends that I received last month. You guys can see this is my total dividend distribution from ULTY. Made $529. From YMAX, I made $30. And I also want you guys to keep in mind, I didn't really heavily start buying things until like the last 2 or 3 weeks into September. So you guys can see I was only holding 154 shares of ULTY. You can see it picked up there. YMAX, I picked up some more there. I'm sitting at 160 shares now. So that should double to about 60. QQQI, there was not much of a position. I'm holding 13 shares now. So if we were to multiply this times 13, I would have made about $26 last month if I had my total pay now. WPAY, this one's actually jumped up a lot. I think I picked up 55 shares. So this right here would jump up a lot more. This is a weekly paying fund, so I only got paid with WPAY one time in a week, so I only bought it a week ago. TSYY, same thing. I got paid on the 30th. Well, I will get paid on the 30th. It'll be this exact amount of $27. But month total, what I made in the month was $1 less than $600. So last month I was able to pull in about $600 in dividends, and I'm looking to 3 to 4 times that next month. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it, because the thing is that I get paid every single month, and like, for example, it is the end of the month. I went ahead and put all of my money in that. Like, I literally got paid. I'll show you guys the history, because I actually deposited a lot of money into my account. Let me pull it up. I know I'm ranting right here, but I told you guys it's going to be a super long video. So you can see I actually, let me go to history once it loads. I hate how slow this thing loads. So I put in 6,000 here. I put in, here's some buys, another buy, failed. There's more, but it looks like, I think I have a 6. Oh yeah, here it is right here. So 6,000. And then there's the 275. So I ended up putting in about $12,000 something into the account. And I think I plan to do the exact same thing at the end of next month. So I do think that last following month of October We'll have pretty juicy dividends. And I think I'm looking maybe to stay on track, I have to get $50,000 in this account. Now, how will I do that? That's a great question. I have no clue how I'm going to do that. Because I think next paycheck is only, I'm saying only as if it's not a lot. I'm very humble. I'm very grateful for the amount that I get. I think next paycheck is only $19,000. So that's not going to cut the $50,000. So I'm going to have to work a little harder to get a $25,000 in the next 30. In the next 32 days, I need to find a way to get another $25,000. Yes, I know I do have margin. My portfolio total itself, if we were to go to investing, portfolio total is like 30,000 something. What is it? $34,000. But I'm going off of my actual account value. I'm not going off of margin value, even though, yes, it still counts. I want this number right here to say 100,000,000. Maybe even 0.69. I like 69. But yeah, so that is pretty much the total. I mean, that's the update of the actual portfolio. I mean, I feel like I went through everything. It's really just portfolio update. It's Monday. Market's performing pretty well. I mean, on the week, I think we're down. Yeah, down a percentage, but on the month, we are up on the months 2%, which is looking great. 3 months, same thing. I mean, we haven't been holding it more than a month. So overall, we're up. I mean, if you guys were to look at my all-time chart, it's a little iffy. I actually don't know why. Because this was back whenever I first got into crypto, and I really I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I think I don't understand how this works. So for example, you can see how right now I have $25,000 in my account, but like my chart looks like this. But then if you go over here, it says I have 27,000. So you're telling me if I put $2,000, my chart's gonna go all the way up here? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand this. Like I don't know. I don't understand the all-time chart, because then all the way up here is 32,000. So you're telling me if I add $8,000 into my account, my chart's gonna go from here all the way up here? I don't know. I really don't know how that works. The 1 year chart, let's see how that looks. Okay, so that's like been stabilized, because I wasn't using Robinhood for a while. I don't know. I have no clue. But that's gonna pretty much do it for the video. Let me go ahead and close this thing up real quick. I also wanted to go over you guys' comments before I close the video. Let me pull those up. I want to go over the comments with you guys before I close the video, because this is the beginning of the week, and I really enjoy you guys' comments. So make sure you guys keep leaving comments, because you guys literally crack me up. Let me go ahead and pull up the YouTube studio. Okay, share my screen again. And also I want you guys to see, I mean, the subscriber goal, you guys can see the channel once it loads. Subscriber goal has been looking great. I mean, currently we're at 860 subscribers. You guys know I don't hide a single thing from y'all. Here's the analytics. Views have been looking very nice. I mean, you can see we had a little drop right there, but views have been looking great. 3,000 views. These are per day. Watch time, we're almost at 4,000 watch hours. You guys know you need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. Subscriber goal has been looking great. I mean, per day we're averaging about 20 to 40. It's looking pretty good. But we're here. I want to show you guys the community. Go over here. And then let's go to, these are the unresponded ones. Let's see what you guys got. Great job. Videos are always fun to watch and insightful. Good luck in your journey. I'm going to go through and respond. Just see if you guys have anything funny here to say. Thank you, Austin. Wait, didn't you sell all ULTY? No, I did not sell all my ULTY. That was a very clickbait thumbnail that actually got a lot of views. So I probably will have to make some more clickbait videos, because you guys, that was probably one of my most engaging video. You guys were loving it. You saying that you guys were saying that, oh, I thought you sold out of ULTY. Just finally hit my goal of 5,400 shares in ULTY to get $500 a week, holding for now to bolster up my older holdings. Just got into YETH last week in the red market, ETH looking below 4,000. Yeah, YETH. What does YETH look like? YETH. I looked at it a while ago, but what does YETH look like? That was a good buy. If you got in right around here, that actually was a really good buy if you got into YETH. Yeah, that was actually a really good buy. If you bought this dip right here, this was like the low. Like, you literally bought the low. I know ETH itself is on a low right now, but you literally bought the low right here. And this actually is not bad, to be honest. I have a Bitcoin ETF. I don't have an Ethereum ETF. You know, this is not bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep this on my radar. You know, whenever I want to keep things on my radar, what I do is I put one singular share buy in, and that's how I keep things on my radar. So whenever you guys see like I hold like $10 into something, this is how I keep things on my radar. Because if I just add it to a watch list, I'm never gonna look at it. I have to like literally have it on my portfolio. Like the actual ETF has to sit somewhere over here, or else I will not see it. So let me see once it loads up. Maybe I guess it didn't fill, but whenever it fills, it'll show up over here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, this is a good one. Great comment. What are your thoughts on QLDY that pays 2 times a week? So, well, QLDY, this is exactly what I was telling you guys earlier in the video. It's a new fund. Like, I bought in the WPAY because I got some huge faith in WPAY. But with QLDY, I just don't know. I mean, paying 2 times a week, I just feel like, I don't even know what the yield is on QLDY. I haven't looked it up. I just feel like that NAV is going to get destroyed. I mean, put in the release. Inception date was on the 18th. Yeah, I don't know. There's not enough. I know it pays twice a week, but I just think that NAV, that maintenance ratio is 100% too. That's kind of crazy. Holding 7. I just think that the NAV is going to get destroyed because it's paying twice a week. I don't even know what the yield is on QLDY. I would have to take a look off a camera and do some actual research on it. But I do know it pays twice a week. So I'm sure if you guys are actually looking for that income investing, I know we don't really care about the NAV, but I also just don't want to get absolutely brutally destroyed with NAV because of QLDY. I gotta let this thing stabilize. If it drops below and maybe stabilizes around $40, yeah, I will back the truck up and buy into this one. I'm just gonna say check recent video. I responded. I'm also gonna copy this. Can we put it on your post as well? See what else we got on here. TSYY was one of those that I purchased at the wrong time, so I misguided view on it. Now that TSLY has stabilized and going back in the green, it's been awesome. Super high income investment is one of my top 3. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one as well. I'm also gonna like your comment. I agree. TSLA is a great one. I got into TSYY at like the perfect time. Like I literally bought like the dip of the dips. Good one. I thought you bailed on us and dropped ULTY. No sir, did not drop ULTY. I have about 8,300 shares of ULTY. My share goal is 10,000 before I stop. I've been pushing some of the distributions for SCHG. Okay, SCHG or SCHD? I'm guessing G. That way, if it bombs, I don't lose everything. That's very smart. Very, very smart. Also, big 8,300 shares. Exclamation mark. Oh, spelled also wrong. Okay, keeping my 2,000 shares and keeping drip on. Yes, sir. Love to see that. Should I buy TSYY as soon as market open, or do you think it will go down then to like $8? What did TSYY do in the market open? I think I don't buy. I literally don't buy because of market. Okay, if the market is like the entire market itself is down, that is when I buy. But if I know, like for example, I have like an extra $300 or $400 on the side, and I want to buy something, I'm not just gonna like wait like 3 or 4 days for it to drop. Like I'm simply just going to buy the fund because, yeah, I'm just gonna get filled. Yeah, I mean, if you would have waited, I don't know if you bought whenever market opened, but if you would have waited, I mean, it dropped. What is this, 51 to 44? I mean, it dropped like 7 cents. So, I mean, you could have saved 7 cents, but I mean, my average cost is 47, and I did not try to time it whatsoever. I just literally just clicked buy over the weekend. I'm going to just say responded on live. Long live ULTY. I got 2,200 paycheck. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love to see it. Okay, I'm going to do about 3 more. Word of advice, keep your margin at max 30% of portfolio value. You can use more if you're only using it temporarily and will pay it down quickly. Completely agree. Yes, sir. I most definitely agree. 1,000%. Keep it above 30%. I try to keep it above 50. I mean, 60. Sorry. Right now it's above 50. Okay, last one. Let's see. Two more, because I like this one down here. Too much NAV erosion plus dividends are also getting smaller. NAV erosion shouldn't happen. YieldMax is a fraud. I own 14,000 shares, and the min price goes near my cost average amount and never again buying YieldMax. Hey, you know what? That's personal preference. I understand, buddy. YOLTY is a fund you never sell. For any reason, if you don't want to invest anymore, just invest in distribution into what you want. Never sell. Yeah, I like that. You know, I said it. This is clickbait, but then let me see what he has to say. Love that. Love that. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the video. You guys had some great comments. I mean, that's just some of them. You guys leave so many comments. You guys leave some great comments. And I want you guys to know I read all of you guys' comments. I know I read them there, but like whenever I wake up, like the first thing I do, I like go check y'all's comments because y'all leave some really good comments, and it keeps me going. Like for example, my videos are getting like almost 100 comments, and it makes me keep going. So you guys, please leave more comments. Let me know how your day is going. What are you holding? What are some things you're looking at? What's on your guys' watch list? But until next time, I will catch you guys here soon. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you guys tomorrow.